I'm gonna give it one more try on this. Hopefully we can at least get a couple games out of this. I really don't know. I might genuinely have to tinker with this whole bunch off stream at this point. Again, I apologize. It should not be crashing like it is. I knew it was a little bit weird. For context, I had to set it up to, for anyone who has used OBS, I had to set it up through the SLI rather than just manually game detect because it wasn't detecting regularly. Anyone who knows that also knows that's not as consistent as like when I'm streaming Persona 5 or I'm streaming Warframe where it detects regularly. So I'm gonna try to stream. Honestly, I know we had Pack 8 working the last time there, and I tested that off stream a ton, and that worked fine. We're gonna stick with Pack 8 for right now, I guess. I wanted to do Pack 4, but well, I want to put something out today. If we somehow can't do Pack 8, we're gonna go with Plan B. Which, I'm gonna have to tinker with this more off stream. But we'll try and at least get a couple fun games in. Though today's stream might obviously be a bit shorter for that exact reason. Unfortunately, I have a little bit of experience with OBS, but not enough to know exactly how to fix that major issue. Because I know it's usually, you know, disable the hardware acceleration, and do this and do that. And it's like, nope, the only thing I got that worked was SLI on there. Which, as I said, if anyone doesn't know what that is, basically it's going to switch between your CPU and GPU, and that means it's a lot more prone to crashing. And if it crashes OBS, it's going to crash everything. So just a little insight on my end. Anyway. Again, sorry about that. We're gonna hope this is at least stable enough that I can get a couple games in, and if it doesn't and it crashes again, we're gonna go with Plan B and we're gonna figure something else out. In which case, I'll just stream whatever. I'll probably need a couple minutes, but I'll stream whatever. So if this does make it to YouTube, obviously that didn't happen. In the meantime, I'm going to pull up, you know, let's go with this one. Let's go with Wheel of Enormous Proportions this time. That one's always a fun one. Fix that in the background a little bit. Alright. But yeah, feel free to pop in and join. Obviously, no pressure for anyone who can't, but we're playing some Jackbox. We'll give a couple minutes. In the meantime, I'll talk a little bit. We're gonna do a little yap session in the meantime while I talk. So I think I mentioned previously, I don't remember, was it Thursday or Wednesday? I'm blanking on which off the top of my head. But I was playing Astral Throne again. And oh my goodness, I was continuing my run that I had. I got through Act 1 okay. And I even picked up a new unit. I ended up picking up my Chris Knight unit. I picked up Aja. Because like, it was between her and a couple of the other options. She was kind of what I needed the most of right now. So what happened after that, I go into first combat, it's fine, you know, it goes great, no... I actually ended up with basically full HP units afterwards. I'm with a couple guys that got a little bit injured, and it was nothing I couldn't just suture up before finishing the boss off. And then the next level, oh boy, we got super unlucky with that. So, what happened there was... I get started surrounded with 5 enemy boss units I have to fight, and I have to kill all 4 of them. And I guess maybe I split the party a little bit too much. Well, to be fair, there was also some really unlucky moments too, but I guess I split the party too much was also a major factor. And a couple of my guys went down. Now, a couple of them had defibs, so that was not an issue, but I lost Vega, who's like the one healer in the game, as well as a couple of the other guys that were really crucial for combat purposes, and you only got 11 turns in that. It randomly gave me 11 turns for that map. So I really had to be rushing around, which was not great. I ended up only having like 5 units when I was done with everything. I rescued everyone, but... yeah, very unfortunate. And the one recruitable unit for that map is all the way in the back next to like 5 enemies, and I can't get to them without making myself super vulnerable. But finally I managed to chip down to 2 of the 4 that I need. I got one off to the side that I'm still working on, and then I got one of the 2 other ones that are there. You know, I'm thinking, okay, you know, worst case scenario, I'll just skip on the recruitable unit. It's a knight. And in this game, I need something that's going to be hitting consistently and fast. Speed is really important here. I mean, bulk is good too, but I already have a couple bulky units that already have decent speed too. But, you know, safe to say that did not go particularly well. To get down to the point where I'm taking damage every turn, I'm like, okay, I got 5 HP, I should only take 4 damage. And after taking the 4 damage, what'll happen is that I should have 1 HP, I should be able to pop a 15 HP health potion, I'll be back up to about 1/3 HP, and I'll make sure I'm in a nice safe area out of range, that way I don't get attacked, just to make sure I have enough HP to go anyway, because I have full 3 charges left, it's 45 and I have 43 HP. And it rounds up. I had 5 HP and I calculated for 4, and because I had 43 HP, it should have been, you know, 4 and some change rounding down. It rounded up to 5 and it killed me. And if you played Astral Throne, when you're going through the campaign, if your main character dies, game over instantly. It's basically Fire Emblem Awakening style, or just really any of the Fire Emblems where it's classic, where, you know, like Marth drops or Corrin drops or anyone drops in classic mode, like any of the main characters, then game's over. So I had a pretty decent first run, all things considered, but oh god, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just hoping my next run will be good. On the plus side, I did unlock several different trinkets and unlocks to start out with for any kind of custom runs I want to do. I'm really hoping they add multiplayer in at some point. Even for the purposes of just PvP. Because PvP would just be so nice. I would love to be able to play against them. Even if it's just you get only use your friends list or against randoms or whatever the case may be. If they don't, it's whatever. It's just unfortunate then. But I unlocked a couple things. I got Strike Fear, which is a really nice one. Anything that's below half HP, whether a unit moves or engages in combat or anything there, they just lose a stack of like they lose 1 defense per stack then. Or is it? No, it's either they lose 1 defense per stack or it's that every turn they have. It doesn't matter. They lose defense in the process, a little bit of points in defense, which isn't much, but it does add up over time where you have consistent defense drops. And that extra little bit of damage can be enough to KO something versus not, or proccing certain abilities that require overkill. No, the more important part is that I got a couple new memories that I can start out with. I have a couple of different units that I can now start out with when I start a custom game playthrough. And I unlocked a new character for purposes of going through. I don't know, maybe I'll have to play it on stream at some point. I mean, I'm talking about using my personal account for it. So if we use my personal account for it, then I definitely need to start over for my stream account, but we'll figure something out. We'll make something work. Oh, we got someone that joined. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll run a 2-player game if we need to. I'll just give it a little bit longer in case anyone else wants to join. I'm like, I know I talk about it a bit, but I'm like, it definitely would be kind of fun. I have no idea how it'd do, especially being a newer game, but hey, worth a shot, right? And I think I've talked about it a little bit with a couple people too, and it might be definitely worth streaming this. It's one of those things, like, I know overall my one run was like 7 hours. But, not like I couldn't just stream various parts. You know, I do a couple fights per stream, or I stream that for a little bit. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'll do some testing off stream. I actually might, yeah, I gotta say, I could definitely see myself streaming that. I say like I need to amp myself up. Alright, I'll give it a few more. I'll give it a minute or two more. I mean, 2-player game's still good enough. We got some people that can play. And hey, we take what we can get here. I appreciate that someone's willing to play. Plus, I know it's Saturday evening. I'm sure people are definitely doing some stuff. I know one of my other buddies is playing, I think, Repo right now, actually. Oh no, I'm probably gonna stream that at some point too, if I can get some people for that. Oh no, maybe towards the end of this stream we'll go raid him then. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Alright. Give it 30 more seconds. I got today's. Oh, we got a third person. I guess we'll start then.
3, 2, 1.
Some days you just get a little bit slow.
Traveled to this sacred mountaintop,
The wheel
seeking answers from the all-knowing wheel of enormous proportions. You may now ask the wheel any one question that torments your very soul. Should you be chosen, your longing for truth will be satisfied, and your life forever changed.
I got the best question. I think the game should explain how to play it after we get the questions all set, but if anyone does need it, I'll explain afterwards.
If you can't think of a question, a random one. Excellent. The wheel of enormous proportions will see you now. The wheel of enormous proportions! It's me!
Behold the screaming with these words.
You're gonna take turns spinning me. and you get points if I land on your slice. Earn 20,000 points, and you'll be able to spin the winner wheel. But not just anyone can spin me. You have to prove yourself first. You have the chance to win points thanks to these 2 slices.
Ooh, spicy.
But your odds increase when you have more of them. So we're gonna earn some by doing trivia. And here we go.
Get a special slice, too.
I'm in the mood for question 1. Which of these people have a bird somewhere in their name? Just tap on the ones that fit the prompt.
Alright, so we're gonna be touching them. It should say yes or no if you touch it. It is interesting getting to see It is interesting getting to see what the actual correct answer is too, because you always get to learn a little with these types of games. And I know that there are cases where all of them are correct answers, and there's cases where there's none of them that are correct answers.
Only a few more TikToks and we're done here.
I'll give it a moment. I'll pause for a moment so our third player here can take a moment to get everything in. Alright, I'll give it another 10 seconds. That way you got a chance to submit and to double check your answers. Alright. Oh, we're good now. Excellent.
All right, the answers look something like this. How many did you get?
Ooh, I did not think I was going to get as many as I did.
What in the... Ooh, 2 of you little ones are on fire.
I got that one wrong.
You just earned a
I should have picked
slice.
that one too.
And then there's you with the top score. 2 slices is better than 1. Question 2, incoming. Which famous people are mentioned in Madonna's Vogue?
Oh boy. This is me.
Start tapping like a group of determined woodpeckers.
Determined woodpeckers. So we had the bird question a moment ago. It would be a little more accurate for there. These people. But yeah, I think we'll keep it simple today. We'll do a couple rounds.
All right, prepare yourself for the truth. I'm curious,
Ooh.
what did you say?
Yeah, we all fumbled that one.
How about that? It's like an abundance of slices,
like
because
12
there's
of
2.
them.
For you.
Actually, I got one wrong in the last one.
One last question for you teeny tiny ones. You're gonna pair
tiny
things off based on this prompt.
We kind of are small with our little pieces.
Match the location to the sin. You'll see 2 columns that you can slide up and down. Tap an item in column A, then tap its match in column B. Look at my little yentas making their little matches.
Figure something out.
Time for just a few
Nope,
more
okay,
matches.
we're all just gonna get nothing this round. Wow, we are horrible at this.
So, what matched after all? You did equally good, but I don't really care. You! Don't stare directly at it. It's like the sun.
Bias. Host bias.
I present to you the Power Slice. It's the thing that allows you to spin me.
Cool. I
And
should
the
not
time
have.
for
I did not
spinning,
deserve that
it's
power
now.
slice.
Look at you up here, where your slices can finally be spun and score you some points. Pick slots on my face to place your slices. But know this, you share the points with everyone who shares a slot with you. The slot with the 2 and the X, that one's worth double. Unless everyone shares it, then it won't end up worth so much, am I right?
Let's go with that. I like how we all have different strategies
You're gonna
here.
take turns spinning me. And I'm excited, because you're going first. Swipe the wheel on your device to spin. You can also tap real fast.
I mean,
That's what I'm talking
in
about.
terms of chat rules, I'd prefer you speak English if possible, please. Obviously, if that's not like thing there, then it's not really a thing. There's
The
just I
power
just have
slice.
no idea what
It
you're
grows
saying, and
in
it's just the
number
sake of.
until you land on one.
Gotta make sure you're not
Hey, how
saying
about a spin
something
from a new
extra
spinner?
sus. For the most part, I trust people to be, you know, proper adults here. But you know how it is.
What if you used...
Twitch functions where it's, you know, you're responsible for what everyone in chat says to a certain extent.
a power slice? Get over here, slice owner. Oh, you won the pot, but you also get something extra. Choose any slice to make it duplicate on top of nearby slices. This is a slice
Feeling
for the
nice. We're gonna
strategic
go
players.
this
I
one.
Let's see how brainy your choice was. Ugh, these skull slices are all over me now. While
gonna
you're
keep
up
it
here,
nice.
you might as well give me a spin.
This one. We're gonna spin, give me something
I'm
good.
slowly reducing in speed.
That works too.
A slice that gives you points? Who comes up with this stuff? Whew, all that spinning filled up my spin meter, which can only mean it's time for the last spin of the round.
1.5 times.
Spin like it's your last spin of the round.
But yeah, no, it's just one of those things of, I don't mind you for the most part, it's just, I have to make sure that I know what people are saying in chat.
What do I have behind me?
Oh, scoreboard, you have a scoreboard behind you.
Oh, looks like I can double as a scoreboard. Isn't that unusual?
I know.
You need at least 20,000 points to win. So why don't we scrape up some more points, all right?
Also, this is rigged, host advantage, rigged.
Every round starts with
I don't
2
care
new
that I'm
slices.
the host, still rigged.
Can you believe you're about to play question 1? Which of these are known as traditional vampire fighting
But yeah, no,
tools?
overall rules are basically just be a decent human being for the most part.
You never know when they might come in handy. Tap the ones that fit the prompt. Don't tap the others.
Those are correct. Hey, nice controller. Sorry, just making conversation. Oh, that's funky.
In case you're curious, tying them to a wheel and spinning it at a high rate of speed does not kill them, but they get
More
super
people than I
dizzy
thought we
and
would've
it's
right now.
hilarious.
I got all of them, dang.
Have another one.
No, the weird one I know is beheading. I know beheading's a very specific one
Question
that
1 is
some
nothing compared to
myths
question
mention
2.
and some don't.
Match the X-Men
Oh,
character to
God.
their mutant power.
I'm going to.
I want to see everything match. Go!
That's got to be you based on that. That's. I think a couple of these you can actually logic out, but.
There's only time for 1, maybe 2 matches.
Wow, I got more than I thought I would. Incendiary devices. Oddly
These slices
specific.
are pointy on one end, and they're yours. Question 3 comes with the prize of a power slice. You'll answer this one numerically. How sweet. Your spouse just gave you a traditional wedding anniversary gift made of coral. How long have you been married?
Yes.
Use the keypad on your device to enter a number, and then tap submit.
Sure.
The player who gets the closest will win this one.
I feel like that would be a number that would be within plausibility. I know it's not. Well, I know what 2 numbers it can't be. On what I would immediately think of. I've never heard of a traditional anniversary gift made of coral for a wedding anniversary, though. Huh.
Decisions are hard, but make one already.
Here, I'll pause for a moment. I'll give it 10 seconds. That way everyone can have an answer in. Would rather wait a moment than potentially someone get unfairly screwed over. Phosphorus. Today I learned, however, what's probably not, let's be a little careful on that chatter. That's a little, we're pushing it a little bit on that one. I'm gonna remove that just for the sake of posterity. Just because I don't know how, well, apparently Twitch is just not going to let me remove this one. I guess we're not. But no, it's just one of those things of Twitch is being a little funky with that. I want to make sure it's not going to get angry at me and ban me for that. I guess we're going to keep it up then.
What did you punch in? And the correct answer?
So I'm sure you're not doing that maliciously with the intent. 35 years, wow.
My marriage advice? Try not to get stuck in a rut, especially if you're a wheel. Ayo!
I mean, we cast Fireball on this one.
You have all the points you need! Now just one more spin can win you the game! It has to be you! Power Slice incoming!
Okay, well I know that one I got the most points for on this round, so I know that's why I gave it to me, but the last one...
on to the summit where you'll spin me already.
Not the most points this round, I got the last one closest correct, right? That's what I meant.
People say living on top of a mountain is inconvenient, and it is! Slice time! Here's a tip from me to you. You can tap a slot more than once to add a multiplier. Who knew?
Let's do that. I think that's a good idea.
The first spin of the round goes to you. Okay, why not?
Not bad. Pretty solid.
New spinner. Oh, oh, oh!
3,000 to me as well.
All right, not bad. Extending the lead. With those points, you now have a chance to spin the winner wheel.
Yeah, but I probably won't win.
You're gonna spin me, and if I land on you, you win. But if I land on a skull, the game continues.
I feel like the game should continue.
Will this be the winning spin? Put your back into it. Oh boy, the spin is about to...
Yeah, that was expected.
It ain't curtains yet.
Let's go gambling, literally.
Now Now's your chance to steal the win, next spinner! I'm about to stop, and...
Ooh, 4,000,
well, that's
nice.
something. You ready, new spinner?
One more spin. Actually, maybe we have 2 more. Just depending on how much the spin meter fills up, we might have another.
Power slice.
Alright, points to me then.
Power slice! We don't need a bonus effect, because you're spinning the winner wheel!
Yeah, when someone hits
Get
20k,
over here,
it
you.
basically is just a matter
This
of time.
could be the winning
I
spin!
think we're at 50-50, I think. Yeah, because I think it's 6 and 6 right now on each. Yeah, it's over. Oh, I got an achievement. Earn the power slice every round in a single
As
game.
promised, I will now answer the question that you've always struggled with.
It's the square root of lizard.
Spin me one last time and know the truth.
I don't know why that was the question that I wrote, but it is. Always wear sunscreen and carry bear spray
This is a
just
big
in
day for
case.
you, I can
Completely
tell. Enjoy
irrelevant
your
to what is
wisdom.
the square root of lizard. I like it. We are going to... Since I'm going to need to actually go back to the pack menu. Alright, we got whenever it wants to load. Oh, right, I forgot it does that when I stream. We'll go back into Jackbox pack 8. Forgot it does that. Alright, we're back into pack 8. We got... That's how I got set up. No, very goofy. Alright, so we got Drawful Animate. We got... I do, but I'd switch over to it, but I'm still dealing with trying to get Jackbox set up properly. I was going to try and stream 4 earlier, but I'm stuck using the SLI capture for OBS, and it's caused a little bit of issues. I'm still trying to tinker with that a little bit, and I really don't want to risk anything crashing, because if it crashes OBS, I know it's going to crash my computer. So for right now, we're going to stay on pack 8 if that's okay. I might stream pack 3 whenever I get a chance to. I know I generally stream some kind of social game on Saturday. Whether it be Jackbox or... Well, so I have been streaming. I got King of the Castle, Jackbox, a couple other games on here that I could play. But I'm wary about switching packs right now until I can get the issue solved, because I don't want to be crashing 5 times. Just because of the fact if I feel like that would be a little bit less, you know, be a little bit problematic. But no, I'll definitely be playing Jackbox Pack 3 in the future, because I got 2, 3, 4, and 8. That said, does anyone have a preference for any of these 5 in particular? As I said, I'll just have to... I'll get it fixed at one point or another, just as it's on... You update OBS, and then you get a whole bunch of things that change. As long as we can get... If we can get 4 people for that, we should be able to. I'm hoping we can. Though it will be a little bit of a case of being a little bit more active in the chat. But, I mean, to be fair, it's one of those social-esque kind of games. Should be fine. We'll see if we can get... No, this one's a pretty good one. As I said, the only downside is you need at least 4 people to be able to play it, rather than the typical 2 or 3. As I said, if we can get 4 people to play it... Oh boy, we're gonna be having some good time with this one. For the sake of posterity.
The room code is ANWI.
You're all underdressed.
We're all... Well, hang on. What was that last bit? I'm not questioning. I choose not to question it. Alright, but yeah, we need 2 people to join, and we should be able to play from there. And to give a rundown of the game in the meantime... Oh, there we go. Yeah, streams. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not going... Yeah, stream's not marked as unstable. That's good. Sorry, I know... I'm lagging. Wonderful. shoot. Okay, we're not gonna minimize that. We are not gonna minimize that. That was a bad idea. I was at 4 FPS for a moment. Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, definitely not gonna minimize that then. Not gonna minimize the game for 2 seconds. Not a great idea. Alright, we got one more person we need in for this. Alright, so to give a rundown on how this works, we're all gonna be drawing weapons. So you'll be told... Oh, sorry. A manner of death. Like, maybe you'll be told, you know, it'll be like a gun or, you know, a broom or an electric guitar or something like that. You're gonna be given one of the letters from your name. So, like, let's take my name, for example. I have an L right here. I could have a P, I could have an L, I could have an A, a Y, a D, an E, an I. But it'll be one of the letters in my name. So let's take that L. I then have to, it'll either be an uppercase or a lowercase L. And I have to try to hide that in my weapon somewhere without you guys figuring that out when I kill someone. Yeah, I think I do have a set of 5-second delay. I'll have to check that later. I might have set a 5-second delay. I might need to go ahead and change that. Alright. But yeah, so it could be any of the letters from your name. I know in the case of your name, we've got the underscore in there. I don't think the underscore will pop up specifically. I believe it needs to specifically be a letter. That's the one key thing. But yes, as I said, you'll have different things there. I don't remember if there's a racing or not in this one either. It's been a while since I've played it, and that's just because again you need 4 players minimum for it, even playing it off stream. So as I was saying, so you have a couple weapons that you need to draw. Hide the letter in there. Oh, we got pickle finger number 2 apparently. I'm not gonna question it. We'll make it work.
Not long ago, on a night both grim and gruesome, there was a gathering of the world's most brilliant detectives, who by chance were also the world's most duplicitous murderers. They had devised a unique competition where they earned points for solving crimes and points for committing them. Each detective came prepared with 2 murder weapons. Look at the prompt on your device to see the first one you'll draw. But be careful. As a murderer, you also have a calling card, a letter from your own name that you must include in your drawings. Do your best to hide the letter as part of the image.
Okay, you do have
like
an
so.
undo.
If your calling card is too obvious, your fellow detectives may spot it and trace the weapon back to you. Draw 2 weapons and hide your calling card now. By the way, if you've played before, you can turn off tutorials in the settings menu. I promise not to take it personally.
That was the awkward quiet part where we all draw. Sometimes you gotta concentrate just a little. Sure, we'll go with this. There are quite the scuffed drawings. I mean, to be fair, this game, you know there's always going to be some scuffed drawing. You know, you get anything, you can get such a random thing. I would say one of the weapons we will at least know was what we brought, so it means that automatically it can't be us who had them. So like if we had, say, electric guitar, and then you showed up with the electric guitar, you would not be able to be accused. Well, you could be, but it would automatically be wrong for the electric guitar accusation. I'm just hoping mine are good enough that I don't get spotted immediately. Dear Lord, we got Feather Duster Mask Man over here. Oh, you'll how do I explain it? So, generally speaking, there will be guests that are brought, and we each bring a guest.
That's half your time.
And then the
I
other
hope you
people
used it wisely.
are going to be taking shots at those things. They're trying to guess which guest was brought by which person. And then it will randomly select one of your weapons out of the available options.
As you were.
Each detective had brought a
Yeah,
loyal
name your secret accomplice.
disguised as a party guest. Use your device to give your guest a name. Any clever moniker will do, but don't leave any clues to your own identity.
So you get extra points for your accomplice not being killed. So basically any failed attempts against them, and for you killing someone.
See to it.
Yes, that will do nicely. And just in time for the party.
Alright, let's see who was brought.
Everyone, your attention please. Please welcome our honorees for the evening.
I do know that there
world's
is someone that's named
greatest
Adolf
detectives.
Hitler who is not
He
the
would be
bad
so
man.
thrilled if he knew you like I do.
I'm your host, Lord
I know he
Tippett,
even
and
leveraged it and
yes,
is like, hey, I'm not,
this
I
is my
don't remember what his
mansion.
exact slogan is,
Oh,
but
you
something
brought
like, I'm not
gifts.
going to
You
be,
can set them
some
down
basically saying, I'm not evil man,
Looks
something like
like
that. I
one
don't
of
remember the
your
exact word.
drawings is out in the open, just as well. These gifts represent every type of weapon you'll see this evening.
So,
and no
yeah, I can't
detective
bring an
draws the
elephant.
same weapon
Moses
twice.
can't be in a
Oh,
water
now
balloon.
to
I
welcome
didn't see what the other
your
two were when I was
esteemed
looking.
guests.
Doesn't matter. We'll get to that when we get to Pickle can't be. Well, one of them can't be. The Weight of the World. I forgot the other one was.
Wonderful. Now, let's just...
Uh-oh.
Blazes, I can't see a thing. Fortunately, my sense of smell remains perfect. At least with
that a
you all
good
around,
thing
we
or
can
a
be
bad
sure there
thing?
won't be any foul play.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh, people are gonna
Now's
die.
your chance to strike. Choose a guest to murder on your device. Then guess which detective brought them to the ball. Use your knowledge of what your fellow detectives may have written, or simply take a stab in the dark.
So you'll know if you've killed
First
someone.
to figure out who brought a guest, your murder is successful, but your weapon
Wait for it to
will
finish
be
speaking.
left behind as evidence. And hurry, the darkness won't last forever.
So, listen. So you'll know if you killed someone because the game will tell you, and you'll also know if your accomplice had someone who was who attacked them as well. You won't know who attacked them, but you will be told someone tried to. And you'll know how many attempts there were on them and everything too. Probably shouldn't be speaking out loud. I want my. Okay, everyone's dead.
And now, snakes on a biscuit! 4 of our guests have been murdered!
I'm handing out points to all my successful murderers. And the longer you get away with it, the more you can earn.
Well,
Everybody's already dead, yeah.
Detectives happen to be here. What a stroke of luck. To my amateur detective board. Aha!
We're the
found
word water balloon
murder
attack,
weapons.
passage of time, and an
Let's
elephant
start
stomp.
with just 2 of these despicable doodads. By examining the bodies, we can tell how many dreadful attempts were made on each guest's life.
And if you brought one of these guests, each of those attempts earns you points.
This is strange. If I didn't
So as you
know
can see,
better, I'd
everyone
say
here
these
has
weapons
each a
are the same
weapon,
as
so
some
I
of the
can't be an
gifts you all
elephant,
brought.
Moses can't be a
What
water
a
balloon,
coincidence.
Picklefinger
Now,
1 can't be the weight of the
unfortunately,
world,
we
and
really only have
Picklefinger 2
time
can't
to
be the
solve
passage
one
of
these
time.
cases.
That means the other murderer will get away, for now.
Examine the evidence and talk through your theories. Choose the case you have the best chance of solving.
My mouse. Alright, so we're gonna pick one of these
Well,
to
then,
pick.
we're waiting.
Aha!
Go with this one,
Yeah.
sure. I'm picking one of them. I'm just touching the first one my finger
All right.
presses.
It's my party.
All
and
right,
I'll break
tiebreaker
ties if
time.
I want to, which I do. You there.
Alright, this one.
I'm choosing you at random to use my lucky magnifying glass. Use your device to move it over the evidence for a closer look. Now, everyone hurry and vote for who murdered this guest.
Alright, so we know Moses is confirmed innocent because it was a water balloon attack.
What's this? Aha! All
Yes,
right.
yes.
All right.
I think I know who it is.
Don't be afraid to collaborate with your fellow detectives. There's no I in investigation.
I think it's a P. I think it's a P. I think I see a P on the weight of the world too.
Come now.
I could be wrong on this one, but I am seeing a consistent. I'm seeing a P on both.
You suspect one of your fellow detectives was the murderer?
Yes.
Fess up, detective. Are you innocent or guilty of this crime?
Yep. You get the P right there.
You're going to prison, detective. But not now. This storm's washed out the roads, so you might as well enjoy the rest of the ball. Great work solving that case.
It's a French person among us.
For the guilty party, and awarding each of you points when you're right.
Not the French.
Even when the rest of the group gets it wrong. There's one pair of murders left to examine. I wish there was something I
4
could do
attempted
for those
murders
of
in
you who
3.
brought
Dang,
these
someone
guests.
really.
I'm sure there's something I can do.
All right, you know what to do.
Okay, I
And
know
if
which
you're
one.
the
I know
murderer,
which one of them
deflect
is.
suspicion onto the other case. Your
I can
life
see the
depends
letter
on
in
it,
that one.
Or at least your sterling reputation.
Since I get a pick, I'm gonna say I get a pick.
Alright.
I get a vote. That's what I mean to say. I'm gonna vote for the one that I know the answer for. I can see the letter in it. Since I get a pick, yeah. Perfect speaking.
Aha.
100 English point.
Aha!
I can grammar. We should all probably pick to hurry up. It's not skipping. It should be. We're all unanimous. Close enough. We're good now.
Here's the magnifying glass. And the rest of you, feel free to yell at them if they miss something. I hope you all know who did it because I am totally in the dark here.
I can see it on this one.
Eliminate one suspect. Their
Yeah, it can't be
drawing for
you.
this weapon is right in front of us.
We know Picklefinger did the other one. That leaves you.
Yes, yes.
What's this?
Nope, we're gonna have a tie.
Aha!
But no, Picklefinger's this one had a kill already, and we know this one can't be.
Come now.
So we know for a fact it's either one of us two.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
You had the R right in the middle of it. Right there.
Fiend! I suppose I should find some rope or something to restrain you.
It's less rigged and
Your
it's
outfit
more...
is quite nice, so
If you know where the
if you
letter...
want
If
to
you see the
bunch
letter, it usually gives it away. Everyone's going to have the same
As for the murders we
letter in
didn't
there.
get to, I promise we'll get to it later. Now, why don't we hang it all?
I
We
believe
need
now
some
we have
weapons to keep this
more
party going.
letter. We have
Draw
more
2
weapons that we can draw.
using the prompts on your device.
No,
You'll
I
be
was gonna
hiding the
say,
same
unfortunately, the letter
but they
does
look a bit
stick out, so you
different than
generally want to
before.
try and hide it in some form. In my opinion, the best and easiest way to do that is line work. But yeah, at the end of it, we should all have one of each weapon type. Problem is that's gonna be hard to remember who had what weapon type already.
It's done.
Oh, this one's hard. How am I gonna do this one? Oh, I have an idea.
While you're at it, recruit a new accomplice by entering another name. Remember, an accomplice that no one tries to murder doesn't do you any good. Give them a name that really pops.
Oh, stream froze. So I might be. I'm not sure if it's. Read paused. Okay. Give it a moment. So I can't tell if it was just because the fact if I was completely quiet for a moment, my thing wasn't picking up, or.
See to it.
We'll have to see back and post afterwards. Because I minimize it, but I'm not going to drop frames to look at it. Everything's okay now, though, right? I might actually have to go. Okay, now it's back. Okay. Yeah, it just took a moment. Oh, now it's gone again. Wonderful. Back again. Okay. Well, second time I know it was because I minimized for a moment. That's probably why. First time I got no idea with that one. Look at my thing there. It's not like I'm using up a whole bunch of things on there, because I know my CPU is it's less than 10%. My GPU is at less than 40, so. Huh, I'll look at that after stream. Wonder if the Wi-Fi is a little spotty right now. No, it says I'm marked as excellent right now in terms of live, in terms of quality. Wonder if Wi-Fi is being a little spotty right now. I apologize. We got one more accomplice that we're waiting on. Pickle Finger 2. Pickle Finger sounds like the name of like a... We got Salad Fingers, we got Pickle Fingers now. Oh god, I'm really dating myself with the Salad Fingers one. I really am. Oh no. No, now I feel old. Bad Happy. I don't know, it could be your Wi-Fi, it could be my Wi-Fi, I'm not sure. I said everything's looking fine on my side of things.
Time's nearly up. Don't blame me if you don't finish.
I'll give it, since the time's nearly up. I really wish they had like an actual timer on this specific game. I don't know why this one doesn't. I think time's nearly up means you got like 15 seconds left, so I'm gonna give it a little bit. That might be more like 5 or 10. I don't remember. I've not played this one in months. I am rusty. I'm surprised I remember enough about it, though. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's a tutorial to help out, too. Still need to wait a little bit more. Wonder if Pickle Finger 2 crashed. It's very possible. It's very, very possible. Ah, yes, your accomplice Blank was invited. I can't wait to see. I would say one of these things I love about this game too. All the accomplice names. You get some such stupid. I know. Pickle Finger 2 specifically out here writing the entirety of Romeo and Juliet in modern. Alright, I'll give it a couple. Nope, still waiting. Right, I'll give it another few seconds and then we'll just go either way then. Unfortunately, we can't be waiting forever. It's definitely possible, yeah. I'll give a couple more seconds just to be safe. Maybe there's a small issue, but... Alright. If time ticks out, time ticks out. Hopefully we didn't have someone crash. That'd be quite unfortunate. But we'll make do if we gotta make do. 3 of us is still enough to make the game run. Technically. Maybe not start it, but to physically play it. No, but Moses, you missed earlier back when I started stream. I'm debating playing some Astral Throne on the stream at some point if you're familiar with that. Are you familiar? I think it came out like I was gonna say it came out like a month and a half ago at this point. Almost 2 months ago. Like a week or two. I don't know, what kind of games do you personally like? Moby Dick is a pretty good book. I remember reading that when I was younger for a school assignment. Then we had a couple other ones. We had Moby Dick, Where the Red Fern Grows. Of Mice and Men was pretty good. We read Crime and Punishment when I was in high school. That one's a classic. a bit lengthy, and it's one of those things of you need to know what some of the terminology is. Ah, R6S, yeah, Rainbow Six Sieges. I'm not the kind of, I don't think I've not played it personally, but I've definitely seen some people who played it. Really, probably one of the reasons I don't play it is I think I'd suck at the game personally. I'm much better when I have a lot more time to think rather than when it's all live action, gotta think everything immediately through. I have not read Geronimo off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to go look into it after this then. I'll look into it after this. Man, I was wrong in my assumption it was 15 to 30 seconds, dear lord. What else did I read when I was younger, since we're on the topic of books? Wasn't for school, but I know when I was younger, just in general, I had a lot of the How to Train Your Dragon books. I have, I think the first, was it first 10 or first 12 I have? I think it's like 14 of them overall. I know I don't have the last two for sure. And as I said, I'll definitely look into this afterwards, because now I'm very curious. I should pull up a tab on my phone while I'm waiting. Ah, I see. Huh. Oh no, this does look vaguely familiar now that I'm actually looking at it proper. I don't think I ever read one of these books. But it does look familiar. Yeah, a series of children's books based in... Yeah, translated into 52 languages. Originally was in Italian. Huh. Interesting. I don't know, I was gonna say, I wonder if Little Croc would like some of those books. Because she's still at that age. Yeah, she might, honestly. She might. Wow, this is a lot longer than I thought it would be. Oh, you know, I wonder if I set it to... I probably did. I probably did. Atlantis was pretty good, yeah. Oh, now I'm wondering... I put some... I'll have to go look after stream now. I'll definitely will have to look after stream. On the plus side, though, after... I don't know. As I said, maybe you saying about the battery crash actually might genuinely have been the case. Player might have ended up crashing on the device or some such, not able to rejoin. I'll give it another minute or two, otherwise we might just have to pop out from this and play something else. A time machine. Oh, you're gonna. I was gonna say, if we do end up having to back out of this, unfortunately, you're gonna have to tell me what your next accomplice was. I'm really curious. Not yet, obviously. No, I can't. The game is running. If we were still in lobby, I actually would be able to. Unfortunately, if someone's AFK, or if something happened, we kind of gotta wait the time. That said, we're gonna go for Plan B then. Yeah, let me know what you both picked as your, exit backpack, since it's probably gonna exit the actual thing itself. We'll see. Probably. Yep. Alright. Checkbox. I'll bring the pack back up. Give it a moment. We'll play some Job then, I think. Because that one will work fine with 3 players. Ex-President Obama was pretty good. I had Indie Ground, and I was gonna have for my second one, was gonna be 18 rats in a trench coat. Precisely 18. Okay, we'll play this one, since I know if we got 3 people, it should be enough for that. Go with this. Go with this time. We'll try for this one. We'll see how it goes.
No, I cannot. Any other questions?
Oh, we got me, Butterfly, Moses. We got anyone else who's gonna pop in? Alright, you're going to bed? Sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, we'll give it another minute for anyone who wants to join, and then we'll start. Now this one, I will say this one is very much dependent on, so we generally are going to want to, how to explain this? So we're going to be getting prompts. For anyone who doesn't know, this one's going to be a case of we're going to be getting prompts from the, we'll get different questions. We're going to answer those questions. Those answers are going to be given, split up to the other players. So you want to make sure that you're giving them, you know, a good decent amount of words to work with, because the words that they have to work with is entirely dependent on what you write. It'll make sense when we actually get to the first round proper.
Welcome, potential hires. We're thrilled you've applied for this exciting employment opportunity. If you haven't guessed, I'm the boss around here, but I like to think of myself more as a
Water
buddy,
cooler.
a boss buddy. Water?
Oh, that poor glass.
I can tell you're all great candidates. Unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of you and only one job. It's incredibly stressful. For me! That's why I developed a revolutionary new hiring process. I'm going to interview you all at once and force you to judge each other. Whew, I feel more relaxed already. Deborah, clear my calendar. It's time to get to know our candidates.
Hang on. If a glass of water is getting filled with water, and
My
that,
first rule of management,
or a glass is
I
getting filled
only
with
hire
water.
my dearest, closest friends. So let's get to
I know, only one job.
I'm gonna send some icebreaker questions to your device. Answer them any way you want. There are no rules. Except this one rule. You gotta use at least 5 words, okay? If you're no good at chit-chat, you're no good to me. That's my first rule of management.
Now comes the question part. This one's tough. This one I believe we have set for infinite time as well, so the people should be able to, I was gonna say everyone who's playing should have enough time to actually be able to answer without stress. Oh, look, we got a water cooler over here. No, but yeah, we got that one glass of water. And if you fill up a glass, if you fill up a sentient glass with water, is that technically considered waterboarding? That's the question. That's the important questions. Also, that desk has still seen too many things. I was gonna say because we got the water cooler, like the water cooler jug itself. Like, oh, I was because I know she's gonna replace her head. Which at that point, is that technically? Oh god, there's a lot of. No, I'm definitely overthinking this at this point.
I'll just file these.
Oh god, if it's our blood, that's even more concerning then. What is that face? All right.
Now that I've put you all at ease, I'm sending my first round of hard-hitting interview questions to your device. But instead of typing your responses, you'll be using words from your fellow interviewees to answer the questions. In business, we call that a curveball. Tap any word you see to add it to your response. If you make a mistake, tap the word again to remove it. You can also drag words around to rearrange them. Can't find the right words for what you want to say? Then say something different, I guess. The first rule of management is just make it work already.
Baby, 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 baby. Same Persona 3. Oh boy! These words are interesting. I was gonna say the English in this one's gonna be fun. Yeah, I was gonna say so this one's very much a case of it really depends on what everyone else writes for their questions. Sometimes you get absolutely a lot to work with. In some cases, you don't.
Okay, let's see them.
That's what we got.
What drives you?
What drives you? Money. Need money. No money, no work. I committed tax straight for dealer Mike every single time. Number favorite. You get bonus there.
What makes you cry?
What makes you cry? Mayo and pickles on a sandwich every time. Number cry for release. I'm kind of boring. Oh no, that one's too good.
What motivates you to give 110% every day?
I'm surprisingly intelligent and enjoyable. Kill work to motivate 1000%.
text you see on your device is fair game. That took a lot of teamwork. Let's see who teamworked the best.
Surprisingly, a very even round. Oh. I'll give it a moment for it to pop up on the screen
Good
so I can
effort,
see.
everyone. Let's regroup with some more icebreakers. Okay, you know the drill. You can answer however you want, but don't be stingy with the words.
Whenever it wants to pop up on screen for me. Please tell me my overlay is actually working for that properly. I didn't disable it off stream by accident.
Stevens, I crunched some numbers. And
I
it
might
looks
just
like
be
we're losing a
dumb.
ton of
Oh no, okay,
money
it's showing up
in this thing
now.
called
Thank you, Moses, for the
Get
follow.
rid of it.
I mean, I set that delay longer than I thought I did. What do I want to put in that? Yeah, I don't want to be writing that. All of you autocorrect, that's a wonderful. Probably thought a little bit too much on that
This
one.
is exactly what I hoped each of you would say.
I know, I'm being the slow one for once this time.
Round 2 of questions.
Someone's gonna be getting
This
some.
time, I want to know how you would handle some tough workplace scenarios.
Please give me the Trent one.
Remember, you can use any word you see on your device in your answer. Try grabbing a word from the question itself. Sure wish I'd asked these questions to that stapler we had to let go.
What did you do to the stapler? What am I reading? Wow, that one's graphic. Someone really likes zombies, that's all I'm gonna say. You know who you are. No, I have no idea what I was gonna do for those. I don't know what I did. Yeah, that's kind of how it works, Abby. That's how it works. Good job. No, as I said, there's some of those words though. Oh man. Some of those words. The fun part is once you know who put what for the first section, you can kind of identify who put what for the second section. Kind of. I don't know, if you didn't mention something about zombies, then the other person did. Someone mentioned something about zombies. Something about zombie sex. I mean, to be fair, I feel like there are probably worse things than zombies. If we're gonna go that route. But I will refuse to take a stance on the subject for a variety of reasons.
Let's see what we've got here. We're hosting a fancy event. The CEO asks you.
AO is correct. So my thought was as soon as I saw that.
Favorite now?
No, I know she was, and I know she headed off to bed, so unless she is playing the round and still is here and is just AFKing, I'm not sure.
Good answers net you even more points.
I know she had said it was 2 AM for her. Going back to my shelter.
It's administrative professional.
I need to get back to reading this.
What's something nice we could do for Rhonda?
Oh, she still is here. I guess maybe she's just... I'm going to some books, no work. Steal all the candy from Rhonda, I'm evil. What are we gonna do that's nicer? Steal all of the candy.
A reporter stops you on your way to work and says
Oh no, I'm
the
not doubting. I'm
company
saying
is
if you're
under
saying she's
investigation
still
for
here, I'm
fraud.
not doubting
How
that
do you
she's
react?
here then. Anyway, we work to this company's under investigation for fraud. How you unlimited breadsticks to the customers. It's a kind company. And 9, I shall report tax reporter. I shall tax reporter $400,000.
That was a truly brilliant display. Let's see who's my current favorite.
Like, it's still very even. I've never seen this game go to the point where it's still
Boy, if I
so
were you,
even for the
I'd
most
be
part.
Real nervous now. How about
Like,
one
it
more
is
icebreaker
down to those
keep
rainbow
us-
points.
Don't overthink it. Just put down whatever enters your mind. Unless you're thinking about French romantic literature. I'm not caught up yet, and I don't want any spoilers.
Oddly specific. Oh, here's the water jug head that I was talking about. Actually, I'm a little bit late on that. I look at my other screen and I see the water mod or the little water thing there. Oh. Actually, just put a chair there for a moment.
We don't recycle all this paper. Just the words.
Hang on, we don't recycle the paper. What about all the trees that got chopped down
Okay,
to make it?
It's the final round, and it appears we're missing something. Your resume.
Not all the googly-eyed
Probably
trees.
my fault. I always forget to empty my briefcase when I put it in the washing machine. But you know what? I don't need resumes. Just finish the personal statement that's already started on your device. In the words of my dad, this is your last chance to impress me, so make it count.
Oh, that's depressing. Eat its butt for the scratchies. Holy. Sure. Don't go down and chop the trees. Did anyone get the FNAF spring lock? I don't think I got that one. I know that some of those do go completely unused. It's one of those things if it's intended for way more people. I know it's there. I mean, it's possible that the other person here got it. But I know I didn't get that one, unfortunately. I'm really curious what you wrote for that one. Maybe it'll be used some. I had awakened for money. I destroy customers for unlimited breadsticks for money. I create intelligent, enjoyable work of art. I destroy $400 crunch crunch. I create pure Colombian idealer. I destroy boring Wednesday humans coffee. Go with this one. And since there's only 3 of us, we all go ahead and vote at the same time now. I'm really curious what everyone's gonna vote.
It's the last round, and the board has approved a generous bonus to your score.
99.2% pure.
Well done. The first rule of management is never fall in love.
Unlimited breadsticks
You
are
have
pretty good,
stole
though.
my heart.
That was very tempting to select. No, I was gonna say that came down to the end. I was gonna say that's a lot more even scores than I've seen in a while.
Congratulations.
Usually the gap between first and last is something like 40k from what I'm used to.
Oh, and Michael, you're fired.
Oh, man.
Like I'm used to seeing a 60k plus for that win. That was a very even match. For every single time I committed tax fraud. Interesting. What else do we got? What wants to flicker you? Unlimited breadsticks equals more customers equals more profit equals more room for growth equals more money for breadsticks. It's a loop. I don't have Jackbox 10, unfortunately. I'm sorry. As I only got 2, 3, 4, and 8. I want to pick up some of the packs more in the future. So there's nothing that comes to mind. I'm kind of boring, you know. I'm not wrong on that one. But no, I do want to pick up some more of the packs in the future. I just unfortunately am a little bit strapped right now, where unfortunately I can't. Let's put it like that. Oh, I think it's looping back around. Oh well. Alright. That said, given the time, I think I'm gonna end stream off here. We still had a good hour and a half-ish stream. That's on pack 6, unfortunately. As I said, I'll see what I can do to get some of the other packs up, and maybe I'll play some Jackbox during the week. We'll have to see. I'll figure something out. Worst case scenario, I might have like an extra day where I'm like, I'll figure something out, miscellaneous day. Worst case, I know I'm generally playing some kind of social game on Saturday. I'll figure out whether I'm playing Jackbox or I'm playing something with some other people for others to join. We'll figure something out. As per usual, I'll have the schedule some point after this stream before the beginning of next week on Monday. I'll have the stream out. We'll definitely have the usuals. I'll have whatever's going on Monday. Probably somewhere Persona 5. Maybe not. Maybe we'll play something else. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Wednesday will be the usual Warframe. I'll probably start doing Thursday again, because that went well this week. Maybe I'll play some Jackbox, maybe I'll play some Astral Throne, maybe we'll continue something else. I don't know. And then, as I said, Saturday, Social Saturday, we'll figure something out again for that. As per usual, I got the Discord and the, oh my god, what's the term? The Watchmajiggy, under the stream, under the thing there. Should be linked. Feel free to join that. And I've not played Red Dead Redemption. I can English. I've not played Red Dead Redemption 2, but I've seen a lot of people play through it, so I kind of have an idea of what goes on through it a lot. I watched someone make a full playthrough, one of my friends. But, you know, as per usual, I'll be why am I blanking? Yeah, everything will be in the usual thing there. Follow me on Twitter for the schedule. If we get some people active in the Discord, I'll post it there as well. And I'll see you all next stream.